We're gonna make two really simple dishes, a cheek corn makshu, and we're gonna make some mushroom tortellini and a cream sauce. Half of a pack of bacon back here we're gonna cook for the makshu. I got a few ears of corn I'm about to shuck. The corn makshu is gonna take a little bit more time than the tortellini, but it's still gonna be my quick version. Just gonna let this bacon get kind of extra crispy because we're gonna add it into the makshu at the end, and I don't want it to get soggy. I'm gonna slice up one onion for my tortellini. Take all of our bacon out and drain it on a paper towel. Take the grease and I'm gonna put most of it in my little bacon grease container, but I'm gonna leave like, let's say 2 tablespoons in there. All of my fresh corn into that bacon grease. This is not canned corn, so I don't have any liquid really in here except for the corn milk. Get a little bit of char on the corn. We're gonna go ahead and season with some Rusty's Blue Can. That's our Rusty seasoning for every stuff. We're gonna add a little bit of better than bouillon chicken paste in here and a little splash of water. The reason I'm adding the water is because I'm about to put in Rusty's Trinity blend, which is dehydrated vegetables. If you know, a good makshu has a lot of vegetables, and I'm not chopping all that up tonight, hence why I called it a cheat makshu. Believe me, it's gonna taste just as good or better than any makshu that took me an hour. Chop up a little container of white mushrooms, make that a half. So we got all our mushrooms and onion chopped. Up there with the corn makshu, y'all, most of it is pretty much cooked. I'm just gonna put this heavy cream in there and just let it simmer. I'll cut the fire down just a little bit. On this little back burner, we're gonna boil a little bit of water because I have this mushroom tortellini from Aldi. And while that's gone, we're gonna melt half a stick of butter in this pan. Now that your bacon has been crisp, you can pretty much, once it's drained, just throw it in there. It's not gonna really get mushy or anything because that's pretty much done. That is my little cheap version of makshu. Throw a little bit of salt in that tortellini water. That butter sizzling, so I'm gonna drop in all my onions and mushrooms, and we're just gonna cook those down. The mushrooms are gonna start producing some liquid, and we're just gonna let them cook out and smother down. Today for the tortellini, I'm gonna go with some Bayou Craze by Country Cooking with Joni. Good seasoning, y'all, good seasoning. I have a ton of seasoning, y'all. Maybe you don't need every single one that I got, but if you see me cooking with it, I approve it. So today we're going with Rusty and Joni. See, we're getting that mushroom and onion. It's breaking down there. We got our water boiling back there, and we're gonna put in the tortellini and cook them for 6 to 8 minutes. That's mushroom tortellini. Those are made with champignons, porcinis, ricotta cheese, and provolone. Now that we got the onions and the mushrooms down like we want them, heavy cream. It's about a cup. Just gonna let that come together for a minute. Throw a little bit of parsley in there. See that bubbling? I'm gonna put a little bit more of Joni's Bayou Craze on there. I can't help but put the Cajun flair on it. Just want a little bit because you still want this to be a delicate flavored sauce. I got my tortellini back here cooked. I'm about to drain them, but I'm gonna reserve just a little scoop of pasta water just in case I need it for this. Now we're gonna dump those into the sauce. Give them a little toss, and I'm gonna let it keep simmering. Make sure they're completely coated in this sauce. We're gonna pour about a half of a cup of Parmesan cheese on there. Some of this hot pasta water. Let's melt it up and let it simmer, and that will be it, y'all. It'll be done. By the way, I think those pastas at Aldi were like $1.50. More black pepper on this just because of my husband's weird addiction with black pepper. Look how creamy and cheesy. I just tasted one of these. Just make sure it's all cooked through. Delicious. Get your little corn makshu on there. Some cheesy mushroom tortellini. Makshu. Just as good as, or better, than any makshu you spent a lot of time on. And the tortellini. Cheesy mushroom tortellini. Shout out to Aldi for these, y'all. I think they had like 3 different flavors, and I chose the mushroom, but they're like $1.50 a pack. Ça c'est beaucoup bon.